And welcome to In the 661, Youth Voices for Kern, where we talk about topics that are of interest to our community, but specifically our youth and the kids in our community. Today we're going to talk about an interesting event that's in its second year this year, and that is the Bakersfield College Hackathon. Sarah Barron is a professor of public health sciences at Bakersfield College, and Mata Alufa Hubbard is a student at Bakersfield College, and you're also part of the Student Health and Wellness Committee, otherwise known as SHWOC. SHWOC.
I like that.
So welcome to you both. So
Thank
let's talk
you.
about this event. It's happening in the month of April. Sarah, walk us back to how it started last year?
So how it started is that we partnered up with a group called KIT and Current Innovation Technology, I think if I got their name right. And it's the idea that this model is called a hackathon, where you're not actually hacking into a computer, but you're solving problems using technology. And you'll see that they have this model across the United States. So Elisa Arley came and she talked about this, and we said, hey, let's do this. And we made it happen last year. So it was our first year.
It was your first year. And did something come out, did technology come out of that last
yes,
year?
Actually, we had some great ideas, concept ideas that came out of it. And one of them was a Building Healthy Communities communications app that is rolling out this month in April. The students have been working on it for over a year.
Wow.
And then the second one was a database concept, working with doctors. So those are just two. And then, of course, there are concept ideas that got people thinking.
And so, Mata Alofa, when you're going to these events, and you're going to be going to this event this year, what is your thought process? What are you trying, I mean, as a student and as a member of the Student Health Wellness Committee, some of the kind of thought process around some of these problems that we've talked about, like sexually transmitted diseases, air quality, they are persistent problems. And some people kind of would almost just throw their hands up, wash their hands off, walk away and say, you know what, it is the way it is. So how do you change that mindset and say, oh no, we can do something about that?
Yeah, well, we would like to come up with something excited, you know, to get the kids going, the youth going. Just coming up with different apps with the different problems that's going on and coming up with a good solution. We'll probably, you know, kick it off and have the students be more interested in. So
another one of the topics this year is food insecurity, which is a big hot topic across the country. It's been in the Bakersfield Californian, talking about pantry programs at CSUB. How do we start tackling that problem? Because I think a lot of people don't even realize it is a problem to begin with.
Yeah, well, just getting into the community and letting the community expert know that we do have a food insecurity and how can we solve these problems by, you know, putting grocery stores, healthy grocery stores in our neighborhood. Because, you know, in our neighborhood where I'm from, in the east side, we only have fast food restaurants. And then the grocery stores that we do have in our area are high price. And so we have no choice but to go there because we don't have either transportation to get to the ones that are further out, or we just can't get to it. So it would be nice to have them closer to our area, and then having an app to show all of the healthy stores that's around the neighborhood.
And there's some really strong numbers around this, Sarah. There was some discussion about how many people in Kern County, and when they actually survey them or talk to them, actually can't make their food stretch for the entire month every
You
month.
know, and it's interesting because when I teach these classes, and as you know, we talk about these issues in our public health science classes, and the students know about this problem. They don't need to be, you know, raised awareness. They understand it. So what are the solutions? And so what the hackathon does is it really works on the solutions. So when you bring up the food insecurity, what are some of the solutions that are working that we can get technology to kind of bridge that gap? Start maybe having an app that shows all the farmers markets that are in the area, or start kind of making that happen, because there is definitely a real need.
Well, and we have talked with the public health department on this program about sexually transmitted diseases and how a lot of kids are now using dating apps and hookup apps.
Right.
So what about some app that you could create that would provide them with the resources and knowledge about sexually transmitted diseases along with all that?
Right, and who better than to design the app than the youth that are faced with this problem? So it could be gamification, where they're actually playing a game and raising their awareness.
What's that
You know?
game that we played in class?
Yeah, we have games.
The
and
Kahoot.
The Kahoot.
Kahoot.
So you can actually make things fun and engaging, but also raise awareness, but also bridge the gap of how you get these resources too. And so they come up with the solutions.
And so this year, you guys are going to be talking about kind of those main issues, also air quality. That's
Oh
another
yeah,
big one.
air quality is a hot topic.
Yeah.
And what I've also noticed is that a lot of times people don't quite understand what particulate matter is, or ozone, or carbon monoxide.
What does it actually look like? Which you can see, and you and I have talked about this before as
Yeah.
well. When you see those beautiful sunsets with those colors,
Yeah.
that's actually not a good thing.
No. Isn't that funny when we
Particulate
talk about that
matter.
and people go, oh. So
You
what-
shouldn't see the air. The
No,
air
you
is
shouldn't
something.
see the air.
Yeah.
So the question is that, you know, and this is what's great is the teams get together and they're working on this. They're coming up with the concept ideas in this event, and then we get to see how they get to actually get implemented too.
Which
So
is the
it's-
other half of it, the execution of it.
yeah. That's the real thing, is seeing how they move forward too. So we'll see what, you know, it's a great opportunity to get these minds together and working.
And as you were saying, it's a thought process of let's build a solution. Let's not focus so much, because we know there's a problem, so let's figure out how do we actually solve this problem.
Yes.
And so hopefully this year there'll be a new solution that comes out that could be built.
Yes, and what we would like to think is too is that, you know, we're having this hackathon is just one event, but we're hoping that we can keep on doing things like this that really focus in on the solutions and engage youth.
And engage students at Bakersfield
Yeah,
College.
and students. Right.
Because it's a learning process for them, but it's a real life application. It's not just studying something, but actually doing something about it. So, all right. Well, Sarah, Mata, Alufa, thank you so much both for joining us.
Thank you.
All right, and thank you for joining us on In the 661 Youth Voices for Current.